I got the air conditioning on. It is muggy as heck out here. Ugh. It's global warming, I tells you. It ain't has nothing to do with the fact that it does this every year in Ohio, where sometimes it'll stay warm all the way up until like middle of October or whatever, and then all. You see, the thing is in Ohio for quite a while, and we have years like this all the time, where one day it's summer and then the next day it's winter. And the same as, one day it's winter and the next day it's summer. That's just how our weather's been for gosh knows how long, decades. Everybody seems to think that being buried up to your ass in the snow is normal during the winter, and it's not. It depends on where you live at. One thing I don't miss are three words. Since I moved down here to Lima, three words I don't miss: lake effect snow. Because if you lived up by the lake and all that, especially the people who are out in the snow belt, oh, I still can't figure out how anyone stays out there, except for the rest of the year it's nice out. I don't know. But those guys always end up to their ears in snow. It just, oh, man. But the point is, yeah, here it looks like it's going to be another sunny one and all that. And like I said, it wouldn't be so bad except for the humidity. Like, according to my car, it's 74 out here, but it is humid as heck out here. I didn't even bother to check what the heat index is. Hang on, I missed that last bit. Oh yeah, I know exactly where the Zayton is. He's over there towards Oberlin Station. But the thing is, I never was really a big fan of the alien blaster and anything like that, because some weapons get to be too high powered. Like when I was on my first playthrough, I ran a mod adventure in which I wound up with what I can't remember what the name of it was the Dragon something. And it was basically a variation of the alien blaster. And the problem is, it was one-shot kills for just about everything. Which I still get with this character, because I named her Angela because she's the angel of death, basically. Matter of fact, one of the very first weapons I landed makes Dance's weapon, Righteous Fury, look like total dog shit. It's a laser rifle, but... Well, no, this character I'm playing now is not even level 100 yet. I'm talking way back when I first started playing Fallout. With my first character, that was Susan. My second character was Todd. He was a Brotherhood of Steel playthrough. Angel is, or Angela as she's called, it turned out to be a railroad one too. But like I said, people harp on the railroad. I go, yeah, they are the probably weakest faction in the game. But one thing I agree with when I watched an Oxhorn video recently, with the missions on the railroad, you see a lot more of the runs, and you actually see a lot more of, you see more locations than you do with the other playthroughs. Especially in the Boston runs. So I got to agree with them on that. It's the weakest faction, but you see a lot more of the territory on the Radiant missions than you really do with any of the other factions. To me, the one thing I didn't like about the Brotherhood of Steel, though, was they should have left after the mission was complete with the Institute. They name you Sentinel, and then they just sit there. And there's no way in hell they were keeping the Prydwen airborne for years and years and years. You know, it did. I was just, mission's complete. You're now Sentinel. Keep in touch. We're going back to the UA the Capital Wasteland, and Alien Romulus. How's he getting away with that? Plus, you'd think they'd have learned their lesson after all the sequels. Sure, Aliens was good. Alien 3 to me was just utter bad writing garbage. Because somehow in the couple minutes you saw the Queen actually on the Sulaco, she dropped eggs everywhere. And then, if I remember correctly, one of the things I looked for when I watched Alien 3 was they kept claiming that Ripley was now impregnated. Yet they show her later running a diagnostic using her own sleeper capsule off the wreckage of the escape pod or whatever. There's no hole in the glass. So how'd she get impregnated? If the creature, couldn't get to her. You see, that's what made no damn sense whatsoever. And plus the fact Michael Biehn was pissed because he was available at the time, and the only reason they didn't have Newt in it is because it had been so many years since the first movie, and they didn't want to risk recasting the character. So they couldn't use the original actress because it'd been, she was a bit older. Noticeably older. Ugh. So they, needlessly killed, Hicks off. Oh, I'm doing it again today because, once again, I'm here at 5:15 every morning because normally I could avoid this. But so far for today, yesterday, and then last couple days of last week, every single handicap space is filled in the west lot. Which means I got to park over here in the middle and then walk all the way over there to go into work. You wouldn't believe what they told me one time in administration when I brought this up. I was like, they're like, well, you could always park in the handicap spots in the east lot. And I said, okay, let me tell you something, sister. The reason why I have handicap placards is because I have arthritis in both ankles and both feet. And some mornings, it can be like walking with glass stuck between your joints. And you want me to park on the east side of the building and then walk to the exact opposite corner of the building where my job station is. That's really solving the problem. Well, Romulus and Remus were originally a pair of twins from Roman mythology, which were based off, I believe, Castor and Pollux of, what do you call it? I think the Greek, something like that. Well, Greeks and Rome, they stole a lot of shit from each other. But, so technically I don't think they could copyright the term Romulus, or the name Romulus, since it was a mythological figure. But that's where Star Trek got the names for Romulus and Remus, was from those mythological twins. I've watched Beavis and Butthead, yes, but then it started getting politically correct and it went to hell. I'm sorry, but when you got to put disclaimers on the beginning of your cartoons because people have gotten so stupid that they'll blame a cartoon for something their kid did that they should have been on top of. And you see, sadly, that's the problem with our society. Everybody's so busy pointing the finger at somebody else, they never take responsibility for their own actions. Message was held for review, and it's not. Okay. Well, it didn't let me review it. Okay. Plus, yeah, I'm gonna be listening. I'm at the mercy of YouTube today. I'm gonna have to keep my phone plugged into a power outlet because my computer and I are fighting. I went to connect up the USB port so I could put more books on, and now it's giving me hell to get to connect my phone to the computer. Yeah, the fellow who did the voice of Dale Gribble. Yeah, he passed away. We're not getting another cat, no. Oreo seems to be happy with the situation as it is, and there's no need to upset him by bringing another cat in. He seems to be enjoying all the attention and all that, and he was a bit sulky for a day or two after we lost Sophie, but after that he's been coming out more and more and more, and he seems to be okay with being the only cat, so that's where we're gonna stay there. But my advice for today was keep moving forward. Right now I'm going to be fighting with the computer to try to figure out why my phone won't connect to it now for the USB port. It sounds like it's a driver problem. I'm going to have to try updating the drivers on the system and under the device manager, and hopefully that'll iron it out. I've tried like 3 different USB cables, so it's not, and I've tried 2 different USB ports. So no, that I am saying it's something hinky going on with the device drivers. I'll figure it out eventually, but like I said, you got to keep moving forward. You can't do anything about the past. Just try to do better with the future. Take the lessons you've learned and apply them in your future life. You can't fix what happened before, and nothing will get that time back. So just do what you can with what you have now. Well, folks, it's that time. I got to get up and start heading for the door, and the door is even further away as it has been for the last couple times I've been to work. I'm going to eventually do some more traveling TARDIS. Like I said, with everything going on and the strike looming on the horizon, I guess I've just not really thought about it. But be kind, be calm, be safe. Everybody, please take care of yourselves. Enjoy the rest of your days, and we'll hopefully see you all tomorrow morning.